Well, what's up, YouTube? Yugioh Jake V here. So I haven't been here for like 2 weeks. I really just didn't know what content to put up, but I did finish this deck, and it is Battlin Boxers, as you can tell by the video name. But this deck is just a fun deck, very cheap. I have a lot of decks I can do. Just let me know if you want to see all my other like cheap little decks I have lying around. So without further ado, I don't have a side deck for this, because like I'm not gonna devote a side deck to a deck I'm not really gonna play in tournaments because I have Necros, but I do have an extra deck because it's just rank 4s really. But 3 headgeared. Without further ado, I'll say what all the cards do. Basically, headgeared, 1000 attack, 18 defense. Once per turn, it can't be destroyed by battle if it's in attack mode, and when it's summoned, it dumps any Battlin Boxer. This is very good because where you're turning alive, they have a monster reborn, and one card adds Battlin Boxers back when it's sent to the grave. So 3 Spar. These are the best ones to open with because Spar lets you make your rank 4 turn 1. Spar says if you control a Battlin Boxer, you can special it, but you cannot connect your battle phase for the rest of the turn. But you can do it main phase 2, and you can do it turn 1. So 3 Switch Hitter. It's like a Wolf Bark kinda, but it's not once per turn. It's on summon, so kind of like Dianea, if you actually want to put it that way. And you have to make Battlin Boxers that turn you summon it, but you usually only make Battlin Boxers anyway, so it's just a 1 card exceed. 3 Glassjaw. These are all the standard ones. Glassjaw says when it's sent to the grave, it has 2000 attack and 0 defense. When it's sent to the grave by a card effect, you can add back a Battlin Boxer monster. So, and when he's targeted for an attack, he destroys himself. So let's say I had a Switch Hitter in grave, and they attack him. He just kills himself, and his effect activates, and you get back Switch Hitter. So that's really good. He's your playmaker really, because he gets everything back to your hand like Spars and stuff. And then 3 Shadow. This card came out in World Superstars. It is a very cool card. It summons itself from your hand by detaching a material from a Battlin Boxer XYZ monster, and you can only use that effect once per turn. But since it is an effect, if I detach a Glassjaw of something and I summon this, Glassjaw can add something back like a Spar, then I can special the Spar and make another exceed. So the plays are really cool, and that's my 15 monster lineup. Really, you always want to open with anything in Spar or like headgear and some other stuff. There's a lot of ways to make a turn 1 XYZ. I play 3 Rhoda, obviously, and 3 Upstart, just because you want to see your cards really fast. 3 Battlin Boxer Spirits. This is Reborn. You can only use 1 per turn, and you activate it by targeting a Battlin Boxer in your grave. And then you send the top card of your deck to the grave. This is the cost, and you special summon 1. So if you hit a Glassjaw, you don't get its effect, but it might put some cool stuff in your grave. So 3 of that, obviously, because you can, like, let's say you open these, you can Rhoda for headgeared Glassjaw, and then bring back the Glassjaw and make it exceed. Then I play 2 Warrior turning live. I always contemplate bringing this card to 3. This card is just so good with headgeared and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good with headgear, good with Spar. Like late game, this card is crazy because it just gets back anything, like because you use everything right away. And if you open this, you can just headgeared like I said, headgeared Spar, do this, or late game you can add back a Switch Hitter. So those are all like the main like combo spells. And then 2 Dark Hole. Since your cards don't die under Dark Hole, your Yugioh doesn't die. Dark Hole is really good, and you need to out the Jinlock. I was gonna play Counter Punch because you can headgear dump Counter Punch and then have anything else kill the costless, but I don't think it's that great because they can just have a Valkyrie, which they usually do, since people play DD Warrior Lady. So. And the Raigeki. 2 Dark Holes and 1 Geki. I don't play Book of Moon. I just don't think it's that great in this deck, but I do play Foolish because Graveyard is good. Foolish late game becomes another Rhoda. This is my favorite trap card ever created. It's just so awesome. It's called XYZ Block. Back in the day when this deck first came out, I played this. Basically, when your opponent activates any monster effect, you just detach a material from an Exceed monster and you negate it. So XYZ Block basically does this. If I have a Lead Yoke, I can just detach something from it, negate any monster effect. They trish me, negated, destroyed. It negates and destroys, just doesn't just negate. So I usually always have a XYZ monster. This card is very good in like Utopia decks, I guess, because you always have a Utopia. But this card also gets an effect that it gains attack every time an Exceed material is attached, so that's really cool. So this card is definitely a 3-of in this deck. And then, just because effects are just too strong, I play 3 Fiendish Chain. And then Emptiness, Ring, Torrential. Torrential is like Dark Hole because my cards don't die, and Bottomless. I don't play Warning. I just don't think it's that great. I think that like Torrential is better in this deck. But like I was saying, Exceed Block is very strong and highly recommended in this deck. So now for the extra deck. Oh yeah. If like sometimes people play Jolt Counter, which is a brand new card in this deck. It's a counter trap that can be used in the battle phase and negates anything. I just don't like it just because the only thing it's really negating this format is in Rogue, it's negating Mirror Force, but Mirror Force really doesn't hurt this deck at all. It actually like kind of helps this deck. So it's only negating that, or it's negating a Valk, and I have Exceed Block for that, so anyone is wondering. 3 Lead Yoke. It needs 2 level 4 Battlin Boxer monsters when you make it, so that's 22, but each time it would be destroyed by battle or card effect. Each time a battling boxer would be destroyed by battle or card effect, so you can save anything else. You can detach one material, save it, and then this card gains 800 for each material attached. So it goes to 3,000. After 2 materials get detached off of it, it goes to 38. And usually if you're playing this Necros, if you open Emptiness, you're just going to make this Emptiness and you just can't lose. So that's really strong. This card came out in World Superstars. 3 Battlin Boxer Nova Kaiser. Basically, he has 23 attack, base attack, and then once per turn, you can target a Battlin Box monster in your grave or in your hand. I want to see if it targets, actually. No, you can just attach. So if you have more than one, they can't DD Crow because it doesn't target. That's actually really cool. Since it attaches from hand, you can't target something in your hand if it's random. So it puts a material on it from your hand or grave, and it gains 100 attack for each material. So it has 23 base. It goes to 25 when you overlay with it because you use 2, and it's generic. And then you put a material on it, so it goes to 26. And when it dies by an opponent's card effect, sadly it's opponent, so you can't Dark Hole and go OD plays. You summon as many monsters that were materials. Summon any Battlin Boxers in your grave as materials, except like level 4 or lower, of course, so you can't summon itself. But let's say I have 2 materials. This is my main play against Unicorn. I summon it with 2. It has 23, and since Unicorn's on the field, it negates its effect, so we crash, and its effect activates, and I summon 2 more from my grave, and I can just make something else. So just instant Unicorn killer, and it lets me make another monster. So those are the 6 Battlin Boxer XYZs that I play. This card's very awesome. Castel, Rhapsody, Dweller, Arc, Direwolf, the Volvo Chain. The Volvo Chain comes up because you can dump Glass Jaw and stuff. Emerald, Cowboy, and Exiton. I don't play Ringamiad, the Heroic Challenger number 86 guy, because I don't play Soul Charge, and there's really, unless you're opening like Headgear Triple Sparrer, you're not really going to make that card. So that is the deck, everyone. Battlin Boxers, you should check them out. You can test them on DN, see if you like them. I think they're a really cool deck, and they're really cheap, so if you're like on a budget, you can just make this deck. So peace, YouTube.